Hello, friend. This is Chuck Broquet from Salt in the Valley. You know, we are often invited to read the Book of Mormon, but reading it leads to more questions. Do you have your copy handy? Is the God of the Bible in Exodus 25 the same God as the God of the Book of Mormon? God gave precise instructions for building the Ark of the Covenant. Then in Genesis 6, God has exact directions for building Noah's Ark, directions and dimensions corresponding to ship blueprints for today. This Book of Mormon God, beginning in Ether 2:16, tries to instruct on how to make boats. Poorly planned, there is no lighting or ventilation. After panic and complaining, there is no sympathy. Profound, the God says, you cannot have windows because they would shatter. Actually, there were no windows in 2700 BC. Then, you cannot go by the light of fire. Well, imagine trying to feed the fires in these little boats for close to a year. At a loss, this God asks, what would you have me do? It's like, would God ask Noah, how to shut the door of the ark? Then in chapter 3, in desperation, a guy makes rocks that are like transparent glass. Is this truth or 19th century fiction? The Phoenicians had never invented glass yet. See the fifth point of the Smithsonian Institute of Technology that is available online. Then Mr. Desperation pleads, touch these stones to make them shine. So he gets 2 for each boat. Are the massive loads on different decks or on one level? Did big and little animals run loose, or were they in stalls? Does a light at each end of the boat solve it, or would they cry, hey, move over there, like who's blocking the light? Imagine, for example, building the temples at Nauvoo and someone announces, Prophet, we have no doors. His solution, make a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. Well, that would be foolish for temples, you know that, but equally foolish for boats. Like who made rocks to shine at Nauvoo? Does God give shining rocks in Salt Lake City to light the temple? Is it just a matter of faith, or is this a far-out story of a God that forgot about fresh air and lighting? Well, hear from the Bible. Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of God. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. For who hath known the mind of the Lord? Or who hath been his counselor? Romans 11:33 and 34. In Job 38, 2-4, the Lord asked Job, who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare it if thou hast understanding. In Job 40, verses 2-5, shall he that contendeth with the Almighty instruct him? He that reproveth God, let him answer it. Then Job answered the Lord and said, behold, I am vile. What shall I answer thee? I will lay mine hand upon my mouth. Once have I spoken, but I will not answer. Yea, twice, but I will proceed no further. You see, my dear friend, the choices are 2. Either the man-made gods that leave you grasping and desperate, without answers, limited, or the Almighty God who's ready to save your soul. Friend, please don't miss the God of the Bible.